folks. In our final month, we're underway in Week 14. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, Watson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The numbers in last week's game for Graham: 6 catches, 53 yards.
And that touchdown was his first of the year, and you know he's eager to get more of those.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Lee's got it over the middle. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And now a first down following that long gain. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd down following the run.
Let's go!
They will run again with Coleman. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Here we go!
From the gun, here's Watson. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Well, it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building, but the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
Now it's Franks following a made field goal to send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be brought out by their QB, the former number 10 overall pick in the draft from Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's a give to Bell running left. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. The play clock's running down. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Room to run inside the 40. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A drive there of just 4 plays. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results.
And he finds Corey Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a first down throw. Watson going underneath. It's Coleman. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So we played one quarter here on a Monday night. It's a close game here early on. We're back to historic London, England, right after this. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
10 yards still left on second down. Coleman. Oh, what a move. Down to about the 22 here. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school crowd.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now Zaire Jones able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job. And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. This is Coleman. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Frank's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's go. Blue landed.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
They go play action here on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So 2nd and 10 here. Now a first carry for their fullback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning. So maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
Let's go.
Here's Watson on third down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. On 1st and 10, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
Here we go. Brand 38.
To throw on third down, Watson. Going left side here, and it's complete. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Graham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, it's Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw on 2nd is Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the red zone now, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Watson to throw on 3rd down. And left side here, it's Graham. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And Frank's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
This one fielded at the 5. He can't get him down. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front, as we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Black Knights are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Steelers will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. 2nd and 2 coming up. Watson's got the completion here, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 32-yard line. But they end up coming away with just 3 on the drive. Now 2nd and 8. The pass is completed into tight coverage, and that is a house call. The lead grows to 4. Now 1st and 10. Watson's going to complete the pass, and he'll end up at the 30-yard line before being tackled. Steelers will stall out, settle for a field goal. 3rd down from inside the 40. Watson's going to find his mark, and he ends up at the 14-yard line before he stopped on the play. They would go on to kick a field goal and put 3 points on the board. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Play clock winding down. Mahomes now on 1st down. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Again to Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defense, and he will take it in for the touchdown.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 5. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Gold now out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go! What? None! What? None!
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Single receiver. Hey, you're in an island over there. Single receiver. Let's go! Ohio! Hey,
On second down, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Barkevius Mingo coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Delay of game, offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is brought in at the 21. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. That one goes for 24 yards. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. The play clock's running down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Play clock winding down. On first down, Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. As we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Here we go. 1, 9.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Watson to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Here we go. 38.
Third and long, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 36. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now here's Mahomes. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Robert Kimdichie. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Time running out here on the play clock. On third and long, it's Mahomes. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And it'll be fourth down. And they bring their punter out there now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That one goes for 24 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here we go.
Here's Watson looking to throw on second down. And Davis with it left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third and 11. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third and 11.
Here we go. 1, 9.
He'll look to throw. Completes it to Lee. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And down inside the 10 at the 9. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well, but boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Coleman now. And now running right through him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can in this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Here's Mahomes now on the option right. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing 4th quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
They'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go. 1, 9.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. To throw. Caught right side, Davis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or 2 short of the crossbar. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the home team here, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.